Among the pantheon of Norse gods, no figure shines with such fierce and paradoxical light as Freya, the goddess who embodied both sensual beauty and battlefield fury. Daughter of Njord, the sea god of the Vanir and sister to Freya, she stood at the crossroads of two divine families, the Vanir and the Aesir, and became a symbol of power, mystery, and desire. From the moment she arrived in Asgard as part of a fragile truce between two rival godly clans, the gods were awestruck. Her golden hair flowed like sunlight over fields of grain, and her eyes held both tenderness and tempest. And yet, behind her beauty lay depth and danger. Freya was not merely an object of desire. She was a wielder of Seiðr, the deepest and most feared magic of the Norse world. With it, she could manipulate fate, twist minds, and peer into destinies. She taught Odin himself this ancient art, forever binding their fates. But while Odin sought knowledge through sacrifice, Freya's power came from passion, grief, and resilience. One of the most enduring stories of Freya centers on her most prized possession, Brisingamen, a necklace of unparalleled beauty forged by four dwarves in their smoky forges deep within the earth. When Freya beheld the necklace, she was entranced. It shimmered like starlight, like desire made tangible. The dwarves demanded a steep price, not gold nor gems, but a night with each of them. Freya, recognizing the necklace's worth not just as ornament, but as a conduit of magic and strength, agreed. She returned to Asgard with Brisingamen around her neck, radiant and unrepentant. The gods whispered, but none dared challenge her. Her choices were her own, and that autonomy, so rare in god or mortal, only added to her mystique. And yet, envy followed Freya like a shadow. Loki, ever the troublemaker, once stole the necklace while she slept and bought it before Odin. In some tellings, he demanded Freya spark a war among mortals to earn it back, a cruel price for vanity. But Freya, cunning as she was proud, set the world alight and retrieved her necklace, no less dignified for it. And while Freya often remembered for love, beauty, and fertility, her role as a war goddess was no less vital in the times to come. She rode a chariot drawn by cats, but her gaze was as sharp as any spear. In every battle, she claimed half the slain, guiding them not to Valhalla but to Folkvang, her own hall. There, the brave dead found peace, not through endless combat, but through rest, revelry, and the eternal embrace of the goddess who honored their courage. This dual nature, lover and fighter, comforter and destroyer, made Freya unlike any other deity. She was not bound by others' expectations or roles. She mourned, she burned, she healed, and she ruled. For all of her pleasures and passions, there was one longing she could never quite quell: the loss of her husband, Thor. Thor was a mysterious figure often thought to be connected to Odin himself, perhaps a distant reflection or even an earlier form of the All-Father. Regardless of his nature, he was Freya's great love, and he also vanished into the distant realms, leaving her bereaved. In her grief, Freya wandered across the 9 realms, searching endlessly. Her tears fell as drops of red gold, staining the earth and the sea with beauty born of anguish. Even among gods, her mourning was unmatched, proof that love could wound even the divine. And yet, this heartbreak didn't break her, it became part of her power. Unlike many gods, Freya embraced every emotion, love and rage, joy and despair, and her depth made her magic so formidable, and her power continued to be fueled by both light and darkness. However, like all gods of Asgard, Freya's fate was intertwined with Ragnarok, the great and final battle. Though myths focus largely on Odin, Thor, and Loki, Freya's role was equally vital. As the goddess who claimed half the slain, she was surrounded by warriors of her own, heroes who would fight, not for prophecy, but for honor and love. Some tales say that she stood at the edge of battle, golden hair blood-soaked, wielding her magic like a sword. Others suggest she faced the flames of destruction with calm defiance, welcoming the world's end not as a defeat but as transformation, a renewal, like the endless cycle of love and death. What becomes of Freya after Ragnarok is not clearly told. Some say that she survives, a realm untouched, a testament to the enduring nature of desire and strength. Others believe that she is reborn, as love always is, through chaos and fire. In the modern world, Freya's name endures. Freya's Day marks her independence in time itself. But more than that, her myth remains a symbol of the divine feminine in its fullest expression. Wild, wise, passionate, grieving, and sovereign. She is not the obedient wife, nor the wrathful virgin, nor the distant queen. Freya is all of these things and none of them. She is the golden flame that seduces, scars, and survives. She rides still in the echoes of thunder and the purr of cats, in dreams of love, too fierce to tame, and in every heart that dares to love and mourn with equal courage.